see the world, and that relationships are the key. And that helps us when difficult times or conflict. How do we deal with them? How do we deal with them on the field? How do we deal with them in the locker room? How do we deal with them, in the planes and hotel rooms and everywhere else? Why are the 49ers great for 20 years? I think it's the willingness, this foundational values that you hold as sacred, and then everyone behaves in line with, generally aspirationally, because nothing's perfect, with these values. And pretty soon everybody's just bought in. Every day, human beings have to respond to what is essentially a transactional world that we see. I gotta take care of myself. I need to make sure that I get what I need to get. And so I need to get it for my family. Let's recognize that rationally, every day people can be in a very transactional mindset. And so if you live that way, you end up leaving behind what is irrational in some ways. Growth mindset is irrational because it's not rationalized to the transaction of the day-to-day. It says to yourself, I think there's something more. And in that more, some people think about it as a theological perspective. I don't care if you're atheist, it doesn't matter. I think it's still universal truth. If I'm gonna look for something more, I have to leave what is the rationalized transactional kind of space I'm in and see what does selflessness look like. And I think when you talk about Bill Walsh, at the underpinnings of what he was saying is, you can still be excellent and find the full measure of yourself, but I will tell you that you'll find even more as you lose yourself in your teammates. Don't worry about the transaction of the day. Don't worry about the score at the moment. You be the greatest that you can be and seek other people's success, other people's learning and growing, and then each person does that to each other. You get 50 people on a team doing that, you cannot be beat. If we have that, we have something that is abundant. That's why football is such a great metaphor that I've used in business and my marriage at home and the kids, because it happens on the football field. Lined, scoreboard, clock, 80,000 witnesses. The truth is happening right in front of us. No one can fake it. And so I love football for its natural growth mindset.
For me, mentor is a beautiful word. It could evoke for some people a responsibility, a drain of my effort. But time and time again, mentoring, when done in a caring and effective way, lifts everybody, lifts a whole team, lifts a whole classroom, lifts a whole company, and lifts the people in charge of those.
A striking similarity between great mentor mindset exemplars is they're not short-term oriented. They're more like a landscape architect that's planting a tree that might look okay when it's planted, but in 10 and 15 years is gonna be majestic. And they're gonna walk past that garden and be so proud of what's grown and how it's changed and how amazing it looks. You can start becoming more transparent. You can start asking rather than telling. You can start tapping into a sense of purpose rather than just short-term self-interest. You can start helping people think about the natural stress that comes from important striving as an ordinary step toward great accomplishment rather than as a threat to your future. Anyone can adopt the practices in this class and become the kind of mentor that helps anyone to grow and helps them to make an important contribution to the world.